Hello and good afternoon, class. How are you doing today? Hope that you are fine and in good health. Today, we're going to continue on our lessons, but today we're going to start on Unit 5, where we left off last week. And last week, we also did the quiz. Congratulations on your quiz. Most of you have done a very good job on your quiz. And some of you, yes, I gave you some feedback on your quiz. Hope you take that feedback and learn from it. Today, on Unit 5 is on page 30 to 34 in your book. And 30 to 34 is entitled Observing the Agreements Between the Families, School, and Public Places. For this first video, we're only going to talk about the first agreements, which is behaviors in the family. So what are behaviors in the family? And how do we observe the agreements within the families? Can you give me any kind of clue or idea about behaviors in the family? Can I ask you a few questions? In your families, are there rules? And do you follow them rules? Are them rules for your benefit, or you dislike them rules? Maybe like you do not like the rules. But all in all, the rules are good for your family because it teaches you discipline and give you duties and make the home more peacefully. So can we bring out our books and turn to page 30? This is the book and this is page 30. Page 30 starts in Unit 5. On Unit 5. It's entitled Observing the Agreements, Rules, Regulations, Orders, and Duties Required in Daily Life. But for our first video, like I said earlier, we are only going to talk about behaviors in the families. And behaviors in the family starts from page 31 and ends in 32. Let's read page 31 together, okay? Bring out your books and try to follow me with our readings. Ready to start? Let's begin. On page 31, on top of your page. Living together in society, every member of society should observe the agreements, rules, regulations, order, and duties required in daily life in order to live together peacefully. We will go over these words in a few minutes. And on Unit 1, living together as a family, you should observe the agreements, rules, and duties required in daily life in your family as follows. As you can see on page 31, there are 4 pictures. These are the duties for this book and this page. But for you, there might be more duties or there might be less. So let's go over some of these duties on page 31. On the first pictures, it says, keep your bedroom clean and tidy. Do you have a bedroom? Do you stay with your brothers or your sisters? And if you do you keep it clean? Do you keep it tidy? Where do you throw your trash? Do you write on the walls? For all these questions, I hope you say no, because there's a trash bin or a dustbin for your trash. And yes, when you get up, you fold your bed, fold your clothes, keep it in a nice spot. That is part of your household rule, right? I hope so. And on question number 2, responsible for assigned chores. What is chores? Do your mom or your dad assign you any chores? Chores are duties that your mom or dad assign you to do. For example, if your mom said, son or daughter, please go clean that room with the broom. So that is your chore. Your chore is to take that broom and go clean that room. A chore is an assignment given to you by your parents, by your mom or your dad. And question number 4, picture number 4, save water and electricity. Do you save water? Do you save electricity? Why is it important to save water and electricity? Does it benefit your whole household? Does it benefit the whole family? We will discuss this more. And on the last picture, it says, mind your table manners when eating meals as a family or with others. For example, when you eat dinner or you eat breakfast with your family, do you run around, yell, make noise, or play games while you're eating? I hope not, because otherwise your mom might yell at you. So that is manners. When you eat dinner with your families, you're supposed to respect each other like how you respect your teachers and your students. Sit down, eat, be nice, then after you eat, and leave, right? That is part of your manners when you eat. And these are some of the rules within the family. That's how you should behave in the families. And also in our first video, there is another reading on page 32. I want you to take your time, read it, and try to understand these words within this text. And after you read it, you will come upon these 3 words that I wrote down for you here. These words might help you through your reading, and we will go over some of it right now. The word peacefully. What does the word peacefully means? And the word required. What does required means? And the word duties. Like I said earlier, I will give you an example of duties. Duties is like a job. It's like something where your mom tells you to do, and you have to do it. So that is duties. But for the word peacefully and required, I want you to write the meanings of it and send it to me. Post it on our Telegram post so I know that you know what these means. And so your friends also know that you know what this means. Okay, after reading page 30 and 31, I have listed 4 questions here for you to answer. You can find these answers on the book, and you can also answer it by yourself with your thoughts and how you have at home. Okay, for question number 1 on the first task, it says, how should you treat your family members so that you can live together happily? So you can answer this on yourself, by yourself. How can you treat your family members? So do you treat your family members nice, mean, or don't listen to them at all? And how does it affect your family? Question number 2, do you have responsibility for saving water and electricity? It's like how I explained in the first part, like how we explained in the book, saving water and electricity. Is it important for you to save water and electricity? And if you answer yes or no, and I want you to explain why is it important, or why is it not important. Please give me an example of why is it important. And then question number 3, what kind of rules are there in your family? So there is no right or wrong answer for these questions. It's just for you to answer and for you to know about your rule at home. And the last questions. If you have rules in question 3, the last question is, do you agree with the rules? That means, do you agree with it? Do you find it truthful, or do you find it necessary for the rules? And if you do, why? Why is it important? Why do your family have rules for you? For example, during dinner time, do you play games on your phone or no? Or does your mom tell you that during dinner time, no phones, no game, only eat? Why? I want you to explain to me why in all of these answers. Again, you will be given 40 minutes to complete this task because there is a lot of writing. Once you complete this task, please send it to my personal Telegram so I can correct it and give you feedback on your scores. Until our next video, bye. Hello and welcome back to our second video. On our first video, we talked about behaviors in the family. Now on this second video, we will be talking about behaviors at school. As we learned in the first video, behaviors mean how you should behave, how you should act, how you should greet your teachers, your fellow students, and all your workers at school. So you should treat them nicely, kindly, and with respect. For our first task is on page 32 all the way to 33. And on page 32 to 33, it tells you how you should attend school, how you should treat your school. And when you attend school, when you first show up for school, when you meet your teachers, what do you say to your teachers? Do you say good morning? Do you say good afternoon? Or do you just leave? I hope you show respect and show your teachers by saying good afternoon, teacher, or good morning, teacher. It's nice to see you. And when you come into class, do you have respect for your classrooms? Do you have respect for all your students? Do you talk in class? Do your class have rules, have regulations? And when you violate these rules, just say for example, at our school, the Camp Top International School, we have rules that for you not to write on your table or on the wall. Do you follow them rules? Why is it important to keep these rules? These rules are not just for you, but also for the next students that come in our classroom, so we all can have a better learning experience. Through your reading from page 32 on 33, all talks about behavior at school. We can read this through our Telegram post, and I will guide you through your reading if you have any questions. For the second task, I have 3 questions here for you to answer. And these answers should be important for you on how you behave when school resumes real soon. The first question is, why are rules important at school? Why are they important? Why do you need them? And why do me, as a teacher, need these rules also? So let me know. And the second question, I hope you know more than just 5. The second question, I want you to list 5 rules you have at school. What are 5 rules? Can you name me 5? You probably can name me more. If you can name me more than 5, I will give you bonus points if you can name 5. And the last rule, or the last question I have for you, how should you greet your teachers? How should you greet your teachers? When you come in for class in the morning, what do you say to your teachers? What do you say to your fellow students? Or when you come in the afternoon, what did you say, or what do you say to your teachers, and what do you say to your fellow students? You will have 30 minutes to complete this task. Once you complete this task, please send it to my personal Telegram so I can correct it and give it back to you. But for bonuses, for question number 2, or all of these questions, you can also post it on our Telegram post for everyone to see, that you know the rules and why the rules are important, and how you should greet your teachers. So you can post it up on our Telegram post. Till our last video, bye. Hello, and welcome back to our 3rd and final video for today's lessons. On today's lessons, we have talked about behaviors in the family, behavior at school. Now we're going to talk about behavior in public places. But before I go on to behavior in public places, this is our 3rd video, so I have homework for you. I have 3 questions about behaving in public places. What are public places, you might ask? Public places is a place where we can go as a family or everybody in the community and enjoy and have fun with. Public places are a place that is owned by the government, but it is for you. For example, a park is a public place, or you can even go to Eon Mall. Eon Mall is a public place because you can go there with your families and have fun and enjoy the view. Those are 2 examples that I give you for public places. And in our public places reading is on page 34. On page 34 has brief sentences about how you should behave in public places. So in public places, number 1 says here that you do not hurt animals or destroy animal habitat or destroy any trees or anything like that in public places. Why it says do not hurt animals and destroy trees? Because they are a part of our community. We live together. So we do not want to hurt animals or destroy trees because they are part of us. And the last one is said, how do you keep public places clean? When you go outside with your families or friends, they have trash cans or trash bins near the streets or in the corner of the streets. They said, throw all your trashes and rubbishes in the dustbins. So that means for keeping the home clean, keeping the school clean, and also in public places, throw your trash in the trash bins or in the trash. Keep yourself clean, not just for you at home, at school, or in public places, but also for everybody else. And when you finish reading these pages right here on page 31 to 34, I want you to answer these 3 questions that I have for you. But these 3 questions are your homework. So you can turn it in to me anytime till we start again the next class next week. Question number 1, I wrote, name 3 public places you like to visit. So there is no right or wrong answers. Give me 3 places you like to visit and explain to me why you like to visit these places. Question number 2, how can you live together happily in a community? How can you live happily in a community? So, as I said earlier, how can you live together with your families, with your friends, and with the teachers happily? Are there supposed to be rules? Are there supposed to be law? And how should we greet each other? And question number 3, why is it important not to hurt animals or destroy trees? Why is it important? Why should we save the animals and save the trees? For a better future, for a better living environment, or for just make sure the environment looks nice and pretty? So please write these answers down and don't just give me a yes or no or some places. Explain to me why you like to go places, and explain to me why and how can you live together happily in a community. Again, you will be given 1 whole week to answer these questions. If you have any questions concerning the homework or any more questions that we have discussed on our first video and our second video, let me know and I will explain it to you the best that I can. Till the next time we see each other, be safe and healthy.